welcome back everyone. Here we are through day one of our Magic Shop Mini Dollhouse build. I think that's what I've decided to call it. Decided I needed to bring in some coins for scale. So we got the British penny, American quarter, and I know it's shiny, but it's a euro. So this is a really tiny scale, if you were wondering. But out of the way, everything seems to be fairly stable and staying in place. I think it looks like the glue did take on everything, so nothing has fallen off yet. This is also max zoom on my camera, so I'm still a little bugged by that I missed on the getting the chair legs square there, but that's what happens. Get back to tray of tiny pieces is back in play. But while I get this next bit out here, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. Get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having a bit of fun. If you've seen any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best of options. And get that flipped over. We do get to make some teeny tiny books today. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see. A couple more. And I think, the first thing I'll do is flip the page, go back to where it was. I think I'm going, like I did yesterday, I'm going to try and get some of these little pieces out of the way and just start mounting them onto our, they're calling this the long cabinet. So I can sort of get these situated. I have not grabbed my little super glue nozzle yet, so let me do that. I picked these things. These things, I think they were $5.99 or $6.99, and you get 200 of them. So I'm definitely a believer, especially for a project like this where you need the ultimate control and ultimate teeny tiny bits of glue. But I really am pleased with how this is coming out. Okay, but let's see here. Starting off, looks like this. Those two go together, and we just got those are plain. And I will save these two for later because they go on the bottom. So I just want to get the stuff on the top of it sort of out of the way. So let me do ballpark it. The glue to work its way down. And right there. That's going to be a little tiny screw here. Pick it up. Other threads. Okay, alright, let's get the tweezers out. Okay. And then we need a little silver bead here. It's got a little texture on it. I may never focus on it, but sort of striped texture going there. It goes sort of next to it. Got a hole in this, so I'm going to get a little extra. And I'm going to remember that trick for getting it upright here, hopefully. Got the needle in the middle of the glue. Just drop it. Okay. That worked on that one. Now I got these two guys go next to those. I'm going to try and do a little run there. I don't know if this will fit on the... Okay, it does fit through there. No, it didn't. Okay. Pop it off, 'cause I'm sure there was some glue on the tip there. And the yellow one, sort of right in front of that there. around a little bit on me. Let's see if I can. It's supposed to be sort of. Yeah, that sort of looks similar to what they have. You know, minus the extra. Now this little thing is supposed to go on top of that screw. So that's going to be the real test of the how steady or unsteady my hands are. So let me see if I can get just a drop down on that the end of the screw. I think with this one, I think I can do it with the super glue. It sort of looks like it's supposed to fit over the end of the. Maybe. Oh, if it wasn't. Oh, where did it go? Okay. If it was, I've been paying attention, I realized I didn't. The center wasn't out of it yet. I think you're going to have to bear with me on this project while I really have a much smaller space to work with as far as my camera zone. Okay. Get that thing bound and determined to escape. I got a little bit of a hole now. Glue's probably dried, but no, it's okay. Well, it's not exactly how it appears in the book, but yeah, it's pretty close. Okay, what? I don't think it'll thread on. Need to leave it alone. No. Yeah, I need to flatten out. Somewhat. Okay, appears to be sticking. Well, that's good. Bad way to find out, but it seems to have worked. Let's see here. Now, what's next? What am I going to try and do next? Okay, I did forget my. Do need one of the. Gotta get off one of the beads off my little chain doodad here. If I can. Okay, and that is supposed to go on the top of that one. That's going to be on the bottom shelf. It looks like there's going to be stuff hanging over top of it, so I'm hesitant to bother putting it in. But I also think it's part of the. I'm almost to the point where I'm taking it as a challenge to get this stuff done. So let's see if I can make this do some. Okay, what I'm gonna do, actually glue it to my baseboard here. And get my. There. I'm going to let that sit up for a few minutes where it gets sticky. Then I'm going to try and attach that. You know, it's supposed to be a bottle, I think. So the bottle top on. So let that do its thing. And now I will show you how unrealistic the instructions are on this. We're supposed to put that much glue on these things. So it's I don't know what kind of glue bottle they got where they can swirl it back and forth like that, but I do not have one. So let me just stick with my little super glue dot. I think I'm gonna need in place upside down with a little gravity help and see if I See if I can get a dot on here. Okay. Now, get this. Feels like it's moving around an awful lot. Okay, so it doesn't, ooh, it is moving still. Okay, I guess it's done moving. Straighten it up a little bit. Okay, I think I just learned my lesson. Next time we'll put the dot on the paper and put the book onto the dot. But for this one we'll have a crooked book, I think, though. Which I think the effect will still be okay. Smallest, tiniest dot I can get on there, I think. Around. Yeah, obviously missed pretty bad on that edge. Didn't even get close to getting coverage. So I have to do better on the next one. You know, didn't get a good binding either, so I think that'll definitely have to be the one on the bottom of the stack. Okay, so attempt number 2. Let's get our look out, or cover out rather. And hold it down. Dot there. Let's see here. Okay, well, that seems closer and more straight. Got a little excess. Sticking to the instruction manual, let me get it out of the way. Wipe off here. Okay. Now, pre-folded. Yeah, this one looks like it's going to fit much better. Now, get my next dot on here. Get the smallest amount again. Okay, just barely anything on it. Hope I did enough. Okay, a little pressure for a few seconds. Alright. Yep, I think that's going to be the method. That seemed to work pretty good. Okay. If these were full-size books like I'm used to doing, I would do it speeded up, but I just want to keep practicing on this and let y'all see. I don't think I'm going to figure any other secrets out at this point, but roll it around. It seems to be fitting pretty close on that. Yep. Back open. This build, I'm both dreading and enjoying the challenge of this build. I honestly didn't realize the scale of it when I bought it. I thought it was going to be, I knew it was going to be smaller than a book note, but I didn't think it'd be this much smaller. Let me see if I got somewhere I've got some, just to give y'all another idea of the scale. Here's some of the previous books I've made for other sets. It's, you know, what, a quarter the size, maybe even less. But that's some. It's a challenge, but I think it's really going to be a good payoff, and I always enjoy doing. I like challenging myself a little bit, as long as I'm not going crazy. I think it's good to push yourself. I don't want to push myself too hard and to the point where I give up on something, which I don't think I would on this one. I think this is within my wheelhouse. I've had a few projects over the years where I wasn't quite ready for it. I think probably one from this company, if I'm not mistaken, I actually gave up on a couple of years ago, where I just couldn't do it. I wasn't at the skill wasn't up there yet. But I could probably get away with doing that one that I gave up on now. I think I've done enough stuff that I've got the, like I say, you just pick up little skills, go along, and for me the real trick is remembering the skills you pick up. I come up with a little trick, then I'll forget the little trick for the next time it would be useful. Okay, got a little extra glue on that one, so I can see I sort of stuck some of the book down, covered down there, but I think, like I say, we can put that on top of this other one that I messed up to make it the next one from the bottom. Yeah, I messed the edge on that one a little bit too, but it's still looking better than the first one did. Okay. I keep asking y'all for suggestions for builds, but then I end up finding either a good deal or something I've had my eye on for a long time and not doing. But I'm definitely gonna start making a concerted effort to get the actual list that y'all have given me. Start working on that. That's one of the ones I'm going to be buying from here on out, because I think I ended up buying another Row Life. I found one on sale, ridiculous sale price on I think it was on Amazon Haul. That's which it sort of seemed like they were trying to do that to compete with Temu, with Temu being sort of hobbled now. I don't know how long they'll keep it up, but basically the premise is it's Temu style stuff, but it's only you have to buy $25 to make it worthwhile, and then when you spend $50 you get a little bit of discount, and when you get $75 you get a little bit more of a discount, and it's generally, I found some good stuff on there. It's sort of like Temu. You've just got to go through and search for it and find exactly what you want. This one glued down too. At least I didn't strip any of the cover off. Okay. Back up. And on the back. It does seem to be key to make sure you bend it twice, but make sure you get a good edge on the binding. Yeah, I'm already 19 minutes in. I might have been overly ambitious with tonight's build, but I think we might be actually about to pick up some speed here. So I was gonna do two pieces of furniture. I guess probably still got time to do that. Because I think once we get this done, it should be. We gotta roll up some scrolls. A couple of them are making scrolls and then wad some of them up. But yeah, I think this should go together pretty quick in the next few minutes. That's too much. To glue it down again. last dot on this. Go close to the edge on it as well. So. Alright. And there we go. That's all 6 of our books done. Now, what else are we working on here? Let's see. Let's make 2 scrolls with these guys. We'll get that black wire out again, because that worked surprisingly well for me last night. And the pick here, I'll need that for the moment. Let's get a little bit of arc going on here. Okay. Now, I was about to say I wish I had something a little bit firmer to wrap it around. I've got a needle. Get it in there. Just get that roll started. It'll carry on for you, but it's get it. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, got it in there. Once you get it rolled up, it sort of does do a good job of staying together. I'll secure it with some glue. But I wonder if, now, so I got that across. I wonder if I can just do it. Started. Yep, you can. Okay, so didn't need the needle or the wire, so hopefully I'll remember that for the next time I have to do this, which actually might just be in like 5 minutes. Okay, so we got that. Let's get her a little bit of that exposed. Let's see if I can get a minuscule amount to come out here. Oh, oops. Okay, I think I did in there. I can't pick it up to roll it on. Okay. Seems like it's sticking. Same thing again. Get just that tiny bit of the flap showing. Scroll number 2, put you there with my books. Okay. Now, Okay, so this should be fairly well situated on there by now. It's not stuck, but it's fairly stable, so let's see if I can't get that topper into our jar here. Okay. There it goes. Alright, nice. I'll store all this stuff on here, I think. Okay. Now we're supposed to just keep losing my spot. Wrinkle these guys up. Once you get sort of like last night, they're almost too small to wrinkle. Without doing any serious damage to them anyway. Okay, so I think we're ready to assemble the last bit of it. So, one of our books goes over here on this edge. And it's all by its lonesome, so I'll make sure I get a good looking one over here. So this one seems to be good shape. So start with you. Try to get the binding facing out. A little crooked on it, but maybe a little more crooked than they are, but I think I'm satisfied with that. And our little leaflets or whatever go over on this end, sort of stacked on top of each other. So one down first, and then I'll glue the other one on top of the first one. So they're supposed to sort of be hanging over the edge, so I've got that little crease right there. It seems like a good spot to actually stuck out the back, so let's go ahead and pop you down. Let's wrap them. Okay, we got that going on. Now, what we got going next? Okay, so that's everything on the top bevel is done. Everything else goes into the bottom. Let's see if I can. This might be time for the old phone stand. Just a little bit of an angle to work with, maybe. You can sort of see. It appears this is going to be the one step we get done tonight. Okay, so where do our scrolls? Scrolls go over here. Okay, our little blue bottle. Got tacky on the bottom. It might actually stay. Not enough residual glue there. Nope, it's not. Going from the other side. Okay, right like that. It seems. I think that's going to be. That looks pretty close to what they have. That's, and yeah, working from this side is going to be the way to go. Since I got those papers in the way. let's get glue on here. Right through there. That's where our scroll number 1 goes. And I'm just sticking to my supposedly. Okay, I'm gonna shoot a little glue in behind this blue bottle in the corner here. Yes. A little extra traction, I hope. I think it would have stuck, but I'll feel better knowing it's got extra support. Then scroll number 2 is supposed to go sort of on top of scroll number 1. So, whoop, not to lose my grip. I'm just gonna, I got them sort of playing crossing with each other, but I think I'm just gonna put this one straight on top. I think I can do that. There. I got some glue on my tweezers. Okay, quick little spill, but yeah, got it. Okay, so that's on there. And a little, I don't guess I need this now at this point. Seems like I've decided I'm going to be holding it. A little bead there. Okay, I definitely got to clean that off. Residue on there. I can see it now. Okay. All right. Got you cleaned off. Let's have another go here. Gonna go in. There. That's it. Please drop you in. Yep. Bend it a little bit, maybe. Okay. Yep, that seems about right. Okay. Now we're down to just 5 more books. So that's what we got left. And they're going to be fun, tricky. Things off, grabbing hold of everything. Okay, so supposed to have 2 laying right next to our bead there, and then 3 standing up along this edge. So first thing I think to do, get the one I did the worst on, obviously the bottom, and then this one I also messed up, so we're going to have them stacked on top of each other like so. So let's see if I can make that work. And now I'm looking at the time, this is definitely going to be the only thing I can get built tonight. Okay, binding is where, okay, this side, so binding, matching up, and okay, got those guys ready. Get clean on the bottom. Like I said, they're going right next to our little bead. Let's take quite a bit of pressure to get this. It's going out the front. Not off there, to the front. Okay. Had to mess with it. Okay. Pressure down there for a second. Okay. Now. Okay, so now looks like these are supposedly just 3 standing up right here along this end here. Whew. So, see if I can do. Standing up might actually be easier. Of course, I might actually be in denial too. Do the bead through there. Up. That's wrong. Facing the wrong way. Need both hands for this. Okay, so you're there. There. Alright, set you down. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but this is nerve-wracking. Okay, so it should be, yeah, it should be okay now. Pick up. And that is our long cabinet, they say. That is a reasonable facsimile of what they show, so I'm pleased with that. I'm happy it turned out like that. I think it's looking alright. I still debate why I even need to put that gold bead up there on the top, but we did it. But yeah, that's a good looking addition. I say this to the, get my coins back out, so the British penny and the euro and then the American penny and the American quarter. Oh, it's like teeny tiny pieces. But I'm digging it. I think it's going to be, it's going to continue to be a challenge. Hopefully we'll make a few more little pieces like this. Let me take a gander through the instructions. Bring out the tray of tiny pieces. And we got, yeah, I'm going to say this one could take us another solid week at least. Just guessing. Because it looks like if we continue at this pace with these small pieces, where I'm going to do like 1 piece a day, which I might get 2 in. I'm always going to pull 2 and see if I hope for the best. But if as difficult as it is to handle these little bits, I'm gonna say it's gonna be probably a one piece at a time build. But once we get to all the little pieces done, building the structure I think will be a good bit easier, and that ought to go together pretty quick once we get that into that mode, because it looks like that's the whole back half of the book is actually building the actual building. Okay, but that's all our progress for today. Seems almost anticlimactic to only get that much done, but I'm also very pleased with how it turned out. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to watch me do experiments a couple times a month. Down here is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and this is the playlist for this build. I'll see you tomorrow.